microphone is live. can. Larry, you can see it's right there on our clock. You know that clock. Yeah. Right. So.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome. I hope everybody's keeping cool in this hot, humid weather. While I was practicing at the beginning, I got here a little early. Somebody came up to me and said, "Linda's still on vacation?" And I said, "Yeah, you're stuck with me tonight." So, if you'd like to follow along on page 659, we're going to start off with Sadiq Katimar. Sadiq Katamar Yifra Ki Eretz Beval Non Yizkei Shetulim Bevet Adonai Bechazrat Eloheinu Yaviruki Od Yenuvun Beseva Shenim Beranim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Suri Velo Aftata Bo.
The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. We turn to page 120 as we welcome Shabbat. We invite forward Bobby and Babs, who will be lighting our candles this evening. Page 120 for Hadlakat Hanerot, kindling the lights of Shabbat. Thank you. Great job. Even when in Southbury we live by that ancient adage, it's tough to be a Jew, and we make it hard. Page 138 for Lechadodi. We'll be singing the verses 1 and 2 on page 138 and verse 9 on page 139.
Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem ultiferet v'litchila la la Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki mekor habracha Merosh mekedem nesucha Soma haseh b'mashava tehila la la Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'simcha uv'sola Toch emunei am segula Boi chala Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela la la Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela Panei dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat nekabela.
We turn now to page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish, page 144.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad yivra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uv'izman kariv v'imeru. Amen. Yehesh me Rabba mevora le'olam al me'al maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemeda kudeshah
Brichu
Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran v'alma v'imeru. Amen.
Page 146, we rise for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach.
Baruch Adonai hamivorach leolam vaed.
Baruch Adonai hamavorach leolam vaed.
We turn to page 149. We read together in English at the top of the page. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Page 151. At the top of the page, we read in English, As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Page 154. We join together with Larry in the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher anochi Yom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'am b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'leftecha b'derech u'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu latotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim le'yot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. Emet, I read on the bottom of page 156. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously. Michamocha will be found on page 158.
Yum bum
Bum bim bim bum, yabba bum bum bim bum, yum bum bum bim bim bum, yabba bum bim bum, yai dai 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 dai, yabba bum bim bum, yai dai 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 dai, yabba bum bim bum. Mi chamocha balim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ratihilot o sefele, no ratihilot o sefele. Yam bum bum bim bim bum, yabba bum bim bum, yam bum bim bim bum, yabba bum bim bum, yai dai 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 dai, yabba bum bim bum,
Yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum Mahale Utecha Raru Vanecha Bokeh Ayam Lifnei Moshe Ze'eli Ze'eli Anu ve'ameru Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed Yam bum bum bim bim bum Yabba bum bum bim bum Yam bum bum bim bim bum Yabba bum bum bim bum Yai dai da dai 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 Yabba bum bum bim bum Yai dai da dai 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 Yabba bum bum bim bum.
Bochat Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. Page 160. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomrenu l'chaim ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Vishamru will be found on the top of page 162.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael odi leolam, odi leolam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat, ledorotam berit olam.
Our service continues page 164. For those who are able, we rise for the tefillah. We'll be chanting the prayers on the right-hand pages, on the even-numbered pages, beginning page 164, continuing through page 170. Adonai sifdai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevii gula livnei b'neihem, leman shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham, v'ezrat Sarah, Atagi bor leolam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav lehoshia, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Sohomech noflim v'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekahayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Micha mocha bal gevurot, Umido mehela, Melech memit umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman ata lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Please be seated. A man, we're told in the Talmud, known as Yosef, who honors Shabbat, lived in the vicinity of a certain man of great wealth. The astrologer said to this very wealthy man, one called Yosef who honors Shabbat will eat up all your wealth. The rich man went out and sold all his possessions, buying with the proceeds a gem which he affixed to his turban. While he was crossing a bridge, the wind blew off his turban and sent it into the water where a fish swallowed the precious stone. A fisherman caught the fish and brought it to the market just before Shabbat as the market was about to close. The fisherman lamented, "Who will buy at this late hour?" The merchant said, "Go bring the fish to Yosef who honors Shabbat, as he has the habit of buying things for the Sabbath, even at the last minute." He brought the fish to Yosef, who bought it. Yosef cut it open and found the gem, which he sold for 13 jars of golden dinars. A certain old man met Yosef and said, "One who lends to Shabbat, Shabbat repays him." Hearing this story on Shabbat, the message is not for us to believe soothsayers nor to be resourceful in hoarding. Instead, Yosef reminds us of a beauty found in a connection to this day that can heighten inner peace and might even pay it forward. We sing Shalom Rav, page 178.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon l'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'neinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת v'chol sha'ah b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Silent prayer is found on page 180.
Say shalom b'mroma, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
We turn in our prayer books to page 364 for our Torah service this evening, page 364. We sing Kimitzion for those who are able. I ask that we rise, and we invite forward Sandy and Paul to open our ark.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim.
Page 366.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad
Shemo. Gadul Adonai iti, uneromama Shemo yada. Adonai ha'gedula, ha'tifura, ha'tiferet, ha'netzach, ha'kol, ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai ha'mamlecha, v'hamid na'aseh lechol erosh.
Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu, Ojivo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam.
Please be seated. I'll be reading tonight a most famous passage in the Torah that is read this week. It is Tzedek, Tzedek, Tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. The use of the double word tzedek, like tzedakah, justice, so that justice must be pursued through just means. It's used twice, tzedek, tzedek, tirdof. Another meaning of justice you must pursue is that justice or a compromise also must be just. And our rabbis offer this example on this verse. They say, how are compromises to be worked out? They say, you have two boats sailing in the same direction and they meet at the same channel of a river. Or, if both attempt to pass side by side, both will sink. But if one is willing to proceed behind the other, both can sail safely. Likewise, two camels meet as they go up an ascent. If both attempt to go up at the same time, both will fall into the valley below. But if one follows the other, both will go up safely. So how should the compromise be worked out? If one is laden and the other is not laden, the unladen should give way to the laden. If one is near to its destination and the other is not near, the one near its destination should give way to the one not near. If both are equally near or far from their destination, a compromise should be made between them, the one who is to go first compensating the other who is asked to give way. You can try this when you merge onto I-84 at exit 15. The message, justice requires one to think beyond oneself. Another meaning of the text is offered by Onkelos, a Roman who became Jewish about 2,000 years ago. He translated the phrase as kushta tirdof, truthfulness you shall pursue. Or in other words, the pursuit of justice demands integrity, something we can readily avow in our own day as well. Another ancient sage, Rabbi Eliezer, offered a mystical approach to our text. The repetition of the word tzedek relates to the realms of this world and the world to come together. In a place where there is judging, he taught, there will be no further judging. In a place where there is not judging, there will be further judging. Therefore, if justice is carried out on earth, no judging will take place in heaven. But if there is no justice below, then there will be judging above, he taught. Rabbi Eliezer is advising that what we do matters, that there's somehow accountability for our actions. Tzedek, tzedek, tirdof, we should try to be fair and not base our decisions arbitrarily on privilege, power, or wealth. We should distance ourselves from falsehood and care about others. Ours is a tradition grounded in justice. Abraham, the first Jew, even held God accountable as he inquired, "Shall not the judge of all the earth do justly?" Tzedek. Tzedek, tzedek, no being, whether human or divine, says the Jew, should be above the principle of justice. For those following along, this evening we begin at the beginning of the portion on our special sheets. I believe it's page 1456 in the Torah commentary. And we'll be beginning right at the beginning of the parsha. We invite forward for our Aliyah this evening, for the Aliyah to the Torah, Joyce and Lou. V'amdu Rishon. We begin right. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vahed. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vahed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam. Asher Bakur Anu Mikol Hamim. V'kananu et Torah. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Amen. Shoftim v'shotrim titen lecha b'chol sha'arecha asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha l'shavtecha v'shavtu et ha'am mishpat tzedek, that you should appoint judges and officials in all of the gates that Adonai your God is giving to you to dwell in, and they shall judge the people with righteousness. Lo tateh mishpat v'lo takir panim v'lo tikash shochad ki hashochad ye'aver einei hachamim v'yisalef divrei tzadakim. And they shall act and not pervert justice, and they shall not take bribes, for bribes obscure, blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the just. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice you shall pursue. Laman tichiyeh virashta et haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach. In order that you may dwell on the land that Adonai your God is giving to you. Lo tateh lecha asherah kol eitz etzel mizbach Adonai Elohecha asher ta'aseh lecha lo takim v'lo matzeva asher sana Adonai Elohecha. And the text continues that you should not make any idols or any pillars of wood, which is abhorrent to Adonai your God. Lo tizbach Adonai Elohecha shor v'seh asher yihyeh v'mum kol devar ra ki toavat Adonai Elohechahu. Nor shall you offer to God an offering that has a blemish within it, that is an abominable thing. Ki imsa bekerbecha be'echad she'arecha asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha isho isha asher ya'aseh et hara be'enei Adonai Elohecha la'avor brito ve'elech ve'avod Elohim acharim v'yishtachavu lahem v'la shemesh v'la reach o l'chol tzava hashamayim asher lo tziviti v'gad lecha v'shamata v'darashta hete v'hine emet nachon hadavar ne'esta toavat hazot b'Yisrael. And in this last section, we read the prohibition against idolatry, that it is an abominable thing to have happen in Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan לנו Torah emet, l'chasei haolam notenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Lou, thank you. Thank you. We invite invite forward Phil, who is raising our Torah, and Anna, who is dressing our Torah, and Rebecca, who is opening the ark once the Torah will be returned to it. We rise, Vizot Torah will be found on the bottom of page 370. Torah.
Shalom, Hashivenu Adonai, Elecha v'nashuva, Hadesh, Hadesh Yameinu, Hadesh Yameinu, Kekedem.
Please be seated. Each Shabbat at this time we pray on behalf of dear ones within and beyond our congregational family. I invite you to raise your hand, and after I silently acknowledge you, speak the names of persons whom we should pray for this Shabbat. And Myra Suib.
Mishebeira avotenu mikol
Page 371.
haracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebeira imotenu
7 is a big number in our tradition. Shabbat, the seventh day of the week, symbolized by the ancient menorah, 7 lights, our very congregational logo, 7 branches. Thousands of years ago, the rabbis proclaimed that there were 70 nations of the world, 70 faces of the Torah, notably a number also divisible by 7. Within our own Jewish people, the time of the year likewise has a focus on 7. There are coincidentally 7 weeks between Tisha B'Av, the summer observance of remembrance of the destruction of the first and second temples and other calamities, including the expulsion of the Jews from Spain, and Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. Our cycle of readings for this period is reflected during the 7 weeks by reading each week a different selection from the book of Isaiah's lyrical poetry. They're all on the same theme, consolation. They're called the 7 Haftarot of consolation. For example, this Shabbat's Haftarah begins, I am the one who comforts you. And it concludes, for you will not depart in haste, nor will you leave in flight. For Adonai is marching before you, the God of Israel is your rear guard. Put into today's parlance, God has our back. The message is that we end the year not immersed in pain, but guided by thoughts of comfort. We are taught that glimmering flames of hope lead to renewal. That's why, in anticipation of a new year, we hear of Isaiah relating God's steadfastness. The model is a good one. Think about those low points in your life. Consider when things seemed at their very worst. What helped you get through them? Who was there for you? Who was steadfast? How did you find comfort? This week we've begun the month of Elul, a penitential and reflective period that leads us directly to Rosh Hashanah, a day of return and renewal. Our rabbi sermonized that during this period, God and Israel feel the closeness of our bond. They teach that the month's very name, Elul, is considered a Hebrew acronym for the verse from the Song of Songs, Ani Dodi V'Dodi Li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. With Elul's arrival, the countdown reaches its next and more intense phase. Soon we will gather for the days of awe. The choir is busily practicing. The sound system is going to be tweaked. Honors letters are going out. The words and phrases, if not the melodies of the prayers and texts that will be presented, are likewise likely familiar to many in this room. Yet how might they truly uplift us? Perhaps by the example of these 7 weeks. We mustn't only look to or at our shortcomings and our limitations. We mustn't only focus on our hurt or pain. Better to seek purpose and community. For in steadfastness, including and particularly the mission of this house of prayer, study, and assembly, may we find renewal as our countdown of the 7 and now into Elul brings us closer to the High Holy Days. Ken Yehi Ratzon, be this God's will. We now turn to page 586. We rise for the Aleinu. The Aleinu that we chant is the second paragraph down on the page. Leinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, שלא עשנו כהרצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Please be seated, page 591. ונאמר וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Page 598. We now call to mind our own beloved dead. I ask that those in mourning or remembering the anniversary of the death of a loved one and who have trekked to the sanctuary during Shiva or Shloshim or for Yartzeit, should you be able, please rise when their name is mentioned. During Shiva, we remember Lois Zeidler, wife of Rudy. During Shloshim, Howard Rothstein, Barbara Farber, Anita Tosk, and Rob Trarig. This Shabbat, remember the Yartzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Eva Greenblatt Alderman, Donald M. Berkowitz, Anna Weissman Blick, Herman Borenzweig, Belle O. Brandvine, Arthur Dines, Abe Fallis, Stephen Charles Feynman, Samuel J. Frank, Bernard Garber, Bettina Gladstone Jackson, Bruce Robert Jensen, Evelyn Krakow, Jenny Liebeskin, Joseph Paley, Adolph Pollock, Edward F. Scheinbaum, Esther Sochin, Gertrude Spiro, May Leopold Spiro, Joseph Stein, Leo Swerdlick, Leona Tendler, Julia Wright, and Doris Zellen. If there are additional names to mention for Kaddish this Shabbat, please feel free to rise and say their names now. A practice within our congregation is to further consider these people. If you're comfortable so doing, we now invite you to share with this minyan a brief reflection or reference about a dear one on our Kaddish list. Each Shabbat, Sandy.
Arthur Dennis was my father's cousin, but we were very close, even though we were second cousins. And he lived in Bethesda for many years. And when Paul and I were first married, we went to a demonstration. Actually, I think it was before we got married. We went to a demonstration in D.C. And the area around us got gassed. We didn't get gassed, but Arthur was able to rescue us, and we spent the weekend at his house.
each Shabbat, we also mention 6 names amongst the 6 million who perished in the Shoah, the Holocaust. This Shabbat, we call by name Hannah Reich, Razel Reich, Unknown Taxer, Moshe Taxer, Malka Baron, and Muska Baron. In remembrance and solidarity, and on behalf of those for whom there is no one but us to say Kaddish, we now invite all present to rise if you are able. Our Kaddish prayer, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirute v'amlich malchute, B'chaye chon uvyome chon, U'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mavarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechamata. Damiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Zichronam l'vracha, may their memories be for blessing, and let us say amen. Please be seated. On page 626 is Ein Keloheinu. Keloheinu, en kadonenu, en kemalkeinu, en kemoshienu, mi cheloheinu, mi chadonenu, mi chemalkeinu, mi chemoshienu. Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu. Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Pauline?
Shabbat Shalom.
I want to congratulate Larry for starting his service tonight. Thank you. Any good news, birthdays, anniversaries to share? Quiet night. Friday, August 24th at 7:30, we're going to have our services. Saturday, August 25th from 9 to 12, the town of Southbury has its volunteer fair, so please stop by, please, and say hello. We have some upcoming events. The Sisterhood
reflection for this month of Elul. We join with Larry on Kiddush, page 123. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lemahaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Before leaving, a thought for Elul, albeit with this caveat as it's nearing my bedtime. The text is from the Shulchan Aruch. It's not about going to sleep, but awakening. And it reads, one should strengthen oneself like a lion. When awakening from sleep, immediately rise quickly to the service of the Creator, blessed and exalted, before the evil impulse prevails upon him with various persuasions not to rise. It might try to outwit him in the winter. How can you get up so early in the morning when it is so cold? Or in the summer, it might say, how can you get up out of your bed when you haven't yet had enough sleep? Or similar persuasions. And so every reflective person who stands in awe and trembling at the divine word must prevail over the evil impulse and not listen to it. Nor should we procrastinate to arise to our moral responsibilities. May God's presence be with you and give you peace. Shabbat Shalom.